You arrive at the location off the coast of Sayuka that the coral mason told you about. You peer over the edge of your ship and see a faint glow in the waters far, far below. You clamber into the diving suit and leap from your boat, hitting the water with a tremendous splash. You swim toward the light, breathing fresh air thanks to Ivera's invasion. As you fall through the depths, the water grows dark, but the glow below you ever brighter. Schools of gigantic fish twist and swirl around you, paying you no heed. Soon enough, you can make out the vague shape of a structure resting on the seafloor. Rising from the ruins of Signamur is a tall spire that what appears to be a small landing platform. When you finally reach the spire, you find that a shimmering barrier surrounds the ruins. You pass your hand through the barrier and feel nothing but a tingle like static electricity across your skin. You walk through the barrier and discover the interior of the ruins aren't flooded, as you might have expected, but dry. You remove your helmet, take a deep breath of fresh air, walk into the ruins of Signamur.
They got air down here somehow, but I wouldn't mind if it smelled like something besides rotten fish.
Oh. I thought it was moving. And just its course. The wall before you is decorated by an intricately painted mural depicting 4 sea creatures of legend. The images are offset somewhat from their frames, as if they could be pressed. The knot of serpent sinks into the mural with a satisfying click. I don't get it. The kraken, barbed shark, and massive whale murals still protrude from the frames. The low hum reverberating from this machine makes the inside of your ears itch. The machine stretches from deep within the pit of water at your feet to the apex of the vaulted ceiling high above you. It emits a soft, low purr and charges the air with the same expectant rhythm of energy you might feel right before a lightning strike. You manage to make out what little of the writing hasn't faded away. You also learn that the machine is funneling essence into the surrounding flora and fauna from a luminous Adra pillar deep beneath the ruins. The machine has no apparent off switch. You twist the nearest knobs and dials to see how it reacts. As you do, a presence pushes at the edge of your mind. It soon grows forceful, overwhelming your mental barriers with ease. The skitter and rattle of dead leaves come to you on a breeze damp with the smell of rotting wood.
Watcher, still your hands.
What do you want?
Signath Moor is under my protection. Why do you violate it?
Why do you protect this machine?
I am fond of the creatures it creates. The small among them struggle to best their bolder brethren, and some even succeed. But that is not what you truly want to ask, is it?
Is this the source of the giant coral in Sayuka's harbor?
Indeed it is. The Engwithan's fine creation siphons essence from a vein of Adra deep within the earth, and the creatures of this region drink deeply of it. They grow strong, ruthless, and in so doing, worthy of my regard. Should you want to gain my regard as well, you would destroy this place to protect my machine. Then none will have the means to threaten my work here as you have.
Isn't that counter of your philosophy of trial, Galloway?
Cleverness should hunt always beside strength, Hound of Aethus.
Why should I do as you ask?
Because I am your God Watcher.
You're not.
And I reward my loyal followers.
I am not your follower.
You would do well to think twice before crossing me.
I consider it.
Decide quickly, Watcher. My creatures grow restless. Have you seen reason at last, Herald of Barath?
Nah.
No!
The god Gallowin cries out, but he can't stop you. You tear the control panel from the machine and toss the apparatus to the ground. Sparks fly, thick smoke billows, and the humming stutters to a stop. The machine's ring tumble to the floor.
This defiance will be your last.
You wish. Shark. The shape of barbed shark sinks into the mirror of a satisfying click, so it's about the proper sequence. As the final piece of the mirror sinks into the frame, you hear a deep rumble of stone moving behind you. Mahuratanga. Oh. Oh, beautiful.
Step lightly. Tentacles ain't half as fun as they be made out to be.
Certainly.
Oh. But honestly, his gauntlet is a lot more threatening.
I shall make.
You don your cumbersome diving suit and head out of the ruins. When you pass through the ruins' shimmering protective field, you feel the press of the sea against your chest. The intense pressure at this depth makes swimming a taxing enterprise, and you struggle to make your way back to the surface. As you breach the water, your crew hurries to haul you back onto the deck.
If you require directions to Bacana's observatory, look to your sextant.
Karan, I found this old almanac in an orrery. Looks familiar?
You did you?
Mm-hmm.
That does rather defeat the purpose of absolution. So be it. Follow me down to the scrying pool.
You're not gonna kill me, are you? I am glad you like it. The other form is also changed. I'm smaller now. And a little bit reptile-like. Archimedes' eyes are closed in deep concentration, his attention entirely focused on the glowing pool in front of him.
I shall make it.
Archimedes gestures down at the scrying pool. You peer into the waters. Dark silhouettes sit arrayed in a circle, and the surface of the pool ripples in tune with muted voices carrying from below. I'm not gonna put my face into that. All of the seated figures turn to you at once, their faces obscured by hoods. One of them makes an impatient beckoning gesture. Fine. No sooner does your skin break the surface tension than you feel a breeze of warm air. You are peering into a stone chamber ringed with braziers and tapestries as you would an open window. Robed men and women clutch the armrests of their thrones. Water drips down your chin. The other archmagi seem, for the moment, unfazed by your presence. 3 of the chairs are unoccupied. Archimedes pipes in. Thane, Langraf, and Mora will not be joining us. We should feel free to continue without them. Bakarna's research is the matter at hand, and it is paramount that we remain squarely on topic. Archimedes shifts his focus from you to the other present members of the circle. I bid greetings to the circle. I recognize this isn't the first time we have preoccupied you with busy work. Let the record show that we value your contributions. Unless there are any objections, I would like to dispense with pleasantries. Bekana was no archmage, but we all agree that she was on the cusp of a breakthrough before her unfortunate disappearance. Archimer takes a book from you and licks his finger as he begins to turn pages. Why did you never officially recognize her? Her studies had no merit. They yielded nothing of interest or relevance until today. Be that as it may, someone did not wish for this breakthrough to occur. For that alone, we have good reason to seek knowledge of her amateurish, if enthusiastic research. Someone? Have a culprit in mind, do you? When several gazes turn to you and several mouths open to speak up, Archimer silences them all in turn with a loud clearing of his throat. It would seem she arrived at one of our conclusions. A river of soul energy flows through the Deadfire. And yet she traced the path of the river while we only speculated on its existence. Where does it go? Archimer sets the book aside and pulls out a vellum map of the Deadfire. He traces his finger from the shallows of the great rift northward. Where it goes is not my immediate concern. I am occupied by who presently follows it. The path of Iotas is winding but unerringly intentional. His finger begins to stray east. He pauses on open ocean, his brow furrowed. Curious. Arkham studies the map a moment longer before shifting his focus back to you. I think we've taken more than our share of the Watcher's time. Unless there are any final questions? Blinking, Archimer lifts his brow and waits, your dismissal hovering on his tongue. Why was Consul Holt so interested in this? And by the way, Consul Holt is with me, with Flying Skull. Are you keeping secrets from us, old man? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Minolita rests her chain on her fist and fixes Archimer with a severe glare. I wasn't of immediate pertinence. Besides, Consul Holt has been dispatched yet again, esteemed mistress of missiles. Your flattery has gone stale. To address the Watcher, I imagine that Consul Holt wished to sustain his weak existence on a font of essence, but you kindly put a stop to that. You are holding something back. What is it? Archimer takes in the other members of the circle. Their responses are myriad. Some shake their heads, others shrug, and others still lean back in their chairs and wait to see how it plays out. Better that I remain silent on the matter. If we wish to invite you into our confidence, you would surely know of it. So I don't get to hear the rest? Are you a member of the circle? I hope you don't think we would divulge our secrets to a mere mercenary. You are not entitled to everything I own, burglar. And can I join the circle? You? You would ask this after robbing my manor showed you the decency to spare your life? Around the table of Archmagi, someone chokes on a sip of wine. Absolutely not. Will there be anything further? No, nothing. Here, baubles for your service. Not that you deserve them. Consider your debt repaid with interest. Okay.
Here you are.
You speak my language now?
Ask, please.
Well, you learned Aetherian quickly.
Should it be a challenge?
He looks at you quizzically, head tilted to the side. Genuine amusement wrinkles his brow.
Lipasalis, my home. It is a big city, ta? Many people speak many languages. That is Nujin, normal.
How'd your sheep sink? His eyes flit away from yours and he hesitates. for a moment unsure if this is a topic he wants to discuss. Then he takes a deep breath. Then he takes a deep breath, purses his lips, and meets your eyes again, this time with intent.
There was a storm. Clouds black like night and high as the stars. We thought God would protect us.
Where were you headed?
West.
Okay.
No one has ever been west because of the storms, huh? But we were determined.
What were you planning to do out here?
We came to teach.
Teach? What exactly?
Teach about God.
So you're a missionary. Like Shotty.
I do not know what missionary is, but okay.
Other than that, you might be a conquistador version of one.
I did not say I am a good teacher. You learn Seki. Maybe we talk more about God.
You are going to teach in a place you've never been, to people who don't speak your language.
I am a fast learner.
I can see that.
Do you think my Adiran is very bad? It cannot be as bad as Seraphin's. He opens his mouth and nonsense comes out.
You don't seem like a teacher at all.
Do I not?
No.
I jest. You are right. I am not a teacher. There was a sehaj, and then I was put on the ship. We can discuss later.
And what did you do back home?
I did nothing. That is how I was put on that ship. Maybe a building went on fire. Maybe many buildings. But that is the past. The future is more interesting, huh?
We have an arsonist on our ship.
As you say.
Tell me more about your home.
The edge of your map. A joke from Maya. Home. Home is Yezua. Beyond the storm. Somewhere.
There were mentions of Yezua in Avol. I don't remember much about it, I just remember it was mentioned. What do you miss about your home?
A funny question. How to explain? I miss the wind. Hot and dry, it comes from the mountains. Shakes the doors. Covers Lipasalis in dust. And the desert. It is beyond the mountains. Red and wide. I still smell it sometimes.
He quiets a moment, blinking rapidly. But when he looks at you next, he's smiling his usual carefree smile. Will you go back to Yezua?
Is that possible? I will go now.
I guess. Do you have a sheep?
Someday, Chisunskiku. But there is still much to see here, I think. Are you far from your home, Watcher?
I am. And I miss it.
We are homesick together, then.
Indeed. It seems as if a heavy weight settles on his shoulders, but he gives you a thin, pained smile and shrugs his longing off with a practiced ease.
As you say.
How do you like the Deadfire? Okay. And how are you holding up?
I must find a comb.
Okay. What do you think about our traveling companions?
Who?
I don't want to go for that. Okay. I was hoping for
Later, then.
some summary. Pellegina, Pirtapis.
I shall make it so.
This lingering soul drifts in a lazy, hypnotic fashion. It does not seem to know or care that its life has been extinguished. That golden wheel waited as much as its thumb, but you weren't leaving without a souvenir. Something to put a smile on Director Castle's face. Then your boots crunched as a femur in half, and you remembered. Wasn't this island supposed to be abandoned? Maybe you didn't beat the Juan expedition in getting here. Suddenly, the gold felt like that weight. You rolled it into a cave for safekeeping. You didn't make it 10 paces toward the beach before something big, all crooked limbs and fetid breath, plucked you off your feet. When she squeezed you like a dish rack over a patch of thirsty vines, you bled out so fast that you forgot to scream. This fragment of soul vibrates with a sense of deep worry and hesitation. As you draw closer, it drifts towards you with a sense of blind urgency. You pant with exertion as you flee, clutching an ornate golden ring in both hands. The hip-deep water slows your frenzied escape, but you persist with some tattered memory of hope. A faint shriek rings out from the jungle. You turn back, distracted, and manage to run headlong into the towering form. The creature swivels her attention down at you. She plucks you up with a bony talon as you would a doll. Through the haze of disorientation, you make out her pitted face and milk-white eyes. Cackling, she snatches the golden ring and hangs it at the branch of a tall, gnarled tree. She tells you of the awful fate you will suffer, feeding her grow, watering her children. She makes it all sound like an honor. You wish you could believe her. The vision disperses in a cloud of pain and confusion.
Trespasser! Vile defiler!
Oh,
Madam, this is a swamp at best. What could we be trespassing on?
I regret nothing. She hisses at the Gehu. Are you responsible for this blight?
We do not speak to the fertilizer.
This is... I'm fairly sure this is the same voice actress for Woodika.
You are nothing but water to feed our young, soil to birth our seed.
Pull off your pets before I cut them off at the root.
Ha! Your furious water will feed our garden long after you are a withered husk.
Suddenly she stops herself, pinching her lips and narrowing her eyes. The conviction of your words has given her pause.
So, you're more than just some fool brawler, like all the rest. Then we will hearken to your chatter, for now.
What are you?
We are the life of this isle, and the guardian of its Adra. When death spread wide her arms to embrace the Deadfire, we twisted ourselves and stood tall against her. When the kith who angered the gods sought refuge, we nursed our young on their remains.
The cataclysm was thousands of years ago. Kara, you have been alive all of this time?
She merely stares at him, dark sap running down her eyes and nose. Your lands are blighted and your mind as well. Is it possible to heal you?
Ah, you are blind to the harmony of our grove, Outlander. We are perfection. You are the only infestation here.
You forget yourself. There is a wrongness on this island, and it deserves to be set right. She bares her teeth and takes a combative step closer. Her foot sinks into the mud and she pries it up with a wet, sucking sound. She blinks down at the rotted earth.
We look out on our garden and see green, bounty, life. The oldest cycle made healthy after the blight of Ukaizo's fall. Is this not so?
Perhaps once. Not any longer. She snarls, drawing her hand across her mouth and wiping a line of sap away.
This brackish water. I have rooted here for centuries, and I recognize nothing. The grove does not die. No, it lives in death.
My friend Takehu knows a thing or two about nature's qualities. I think he could aid you.
Kara, I will try to take that as a compliment.
Better you than me. She closes her talons in a beckoning gesture, narrowing her eyes as you approach. This corrupted tree bows crookedly under its own weight, Every limb drips with thick, putrid sap. Its vines have entangled the tip of an Adra pillar and seem to be infesting it with the same rot that permeates the surrounding jungle. You shift aside leaves and vines, poking your fingers into an ooze-filled knothole. The sap running down the bark is both hot and uncommonly sticky. Down in its core, the tree is still green and alive. It won't be long before the whole organism becomes a ravening parasite, but it seems aware enough to slow that inevitable decline. Echo, please be my guest and whisper to the tree. Let's inspect the pillar first. Its surface is pitted and slick with sap. Though the pillar still connects to the wheel, the tree has adapted to feed its roots by draining raw essence. Giving the tree enough essence to sustain itself would put an end to the parasitic connection. Huh. You reach out and touch the surface of the Adra, wiping away a line of sap. The ambient soul essence responds at once, bubbling up to the surface and feeding the roots of the tree in response to your will. You hear a sound like a rock splitting in half. Dark sap oozes from the cracks between the bark, sizzling when it touches the ground. A creaking of wood falls as vibrant color slowly eases up the roots of the healthy tree. The Menpengwa turns to you and blinks with surprise, her vision sharper and more focused than before.
Looking better already, I say.
And I didn't need you. He studies her motions, swallowing uncertainly.
That thing I was, she is no more. But I carry enough of her to know the meaning of gratitude. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I collected a small hoard of trinkets from visitors. We have no need of these trophies.
And what will you do now?
This grove rotted a blink of an eye ago, by Aora's reckoning. I will grow and replenish what we lost. Taming it will be a chore, but there is time.
Farewell to you then.
More of my daughters may yet roam this jungle, with my poison coursing through their roots. I cannot stop them from bringing you harm, and I will not punish you for bringing them rest.
Thank you.
Craftsmanship.
Maybe late
I shall
Inquisition.
make it so.
This soul flits about in hasty, panicked bursts. It eases closer to you with anticipation. They laughed at you hours studying the runic script of the ancient Huana, but here you are poring over gold inscriptions while they scratch their heads. You promise yourself a good boast on the journey back to Neketaka. No one believes that Juana could have forged a device like the Golden Wheel, but you stay silent on the matter. The Engwithians built more for function than beauty, and this is art. Rotating the control disk and pressing panels had you so engrossed that you mistakenly entered the wrong combination. A slit opened in the disk, discharging gas that brought you to your knees, coughing loud enough to summon a creature whose shape you could barely perceive through the haze of pain. Boasting would have to wait. Great. This massive golden disc is covered with intricate engravings and inscriptions. You are able to pick out symbols representing plants, wildlife, and boats, but there's no discernible order or meaning to their configuration. You note that the vacant depression in the control panel matches the engraved rings you found in the ruins. You can vaguely see how different points of the engraving seem to match up, forming a coherent shape in spite of being situated on opposing sides of the carving. Read the main inscription. To all wayward kin far from family shores, let this chart point the way home, that your tribe may welcome you open armed. Engravings remember what the dead forget. Take comfort in this sanctuary, read its teachings, and let knowledge guide the hand that turns the wheel. The rings settle into place, fitting neatly around their central axis. The outer ring is inscribed with passages in the Juana runic language. The Kehu. 4 symbols decorate the inner wheel. They show pillars of luminous Atra, the native Koiki fruit, a depiction of the Juana water-shaping art, and a lovingly engraved island. The way this inscription aligns suggests a relationship between the two. Something about the island catches your attention. The runes surrounding it are particularly elaborate, and every measurement uses it as a point of its origin. Isukaizo. Ekera, are we both seeing this? The Kehu brings a shaking hand up to wipe his mouth. A set of dots on the inscribed panels of the outer ring suggests that it should be rotated in a sequence, starting from 1 and ending in a 4. The first inscription reads, "Though their roots grow from Rikuhu's lightless bowels, their yield is a welcome reprieve." Rikuhu is bearer, so yes, that is correct. The roots are from the dead. Koiki. Those petrified limbs are the health and safety of the Deadfire. Natural? I think I did that. Okay, let's see. Adra. Nagati give the reprisal Joven, blah 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 blah, and that is water shaping. There. I'm pretty sure I did the exact same. Oh. Apparently not. Manipulating the control panel has rotated the rings of the massive inner disk into a new configuration, one that lines up with neat precision. The engravings intersect in a manner that forms the shape of the Deadfire. The emerging image is not exactly a map, but an index of islands and coordinates organized in relation to each other. You recognize several of the sighted locations as containing nothing but open water. Charting a path by this obsolete system now would be impossible. The word Kaizo stands out from the other named islands. You take a rubbing of the disk in its complete form. Judging by your surroundings, this coordinate system has gone untouched for millennia. Your findings may be of interest to someone. You take a rubbing of the disk in its completed form, judging by the surroundings. Yes, whether or not this treasure should be available to just anyone who happens by is another matter. The gold rings are resolutely locked in place. I'm not going to destroy their things. Come on. I'm a thief, not a destroyer.